Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice with Tony Porter. Welcome to the Late Show. Late night tabletop baseball. This is game number 136 of our replay with the A's. 6 managers are involved in this replay. Using Fall Classic Baseball, today we have Scott McGregor versus Mike Norris. It's Baltimore at home. And we're right about to get started. It's Ricky Henderson leading it off. Let's go over the lineup real quick. Ricky Henderson in left field, followed by Dwayne Murphy in center, Jim Essien, the catcher, Tony Armas in the cleanup spot in right field. Batting fifth is Jeff Newman, the first baseman. Mike Heath, the DH, Dave McKay at third base. Mike Edwards, the second baseman, and Rob Piccolo, the shortstop. Mike Norris is on the mound, and we are ready to go. We'll be rolling some dice, and we'll be pulling our cards periodically. Hope everybody's doing well. And here we go. Now, I will be writing down. We'll be trying an experiment today. We'll be writing down some data. When we score, if there's scoring going on, and I will write down the times between innings as well to keep track of that. So I can, I want to be able to edit some of the innings and so forth, especially innings where nothing happens. I want to kind of keep the innings where the scoring goes on and keep those in the video to shorten the video a little bit. All right, so it's Ricky Henderson leading it off. Here goes. And this is a 24, and a 24 is a potential hit by pitch on a 1-5, but it's a 12, so it's going to be an out. It's a ground ball to third. That is, who's over there? Doug DeCinces throws him out. One down. Dwayne Murphy, the lefty. That's a 31, and that is going to be a ground ball and through for a base hit. Muscles one through the infield into right. Kenny Singleton gets it in, so he's on at first. And here's Jim Essien. That's going to be a 16, and that is a ground ball. Comebacker to the pitcher. And a strong arm pitcher. What's going on here with that? Weird. Strong arm pitcher. McGregor is an average arm pitcher, so it's going to be a fielder's choice, and that's all they're going to get. 1-6. And it's a fielder's choice. It's a force out. Tony Armas is next. 2 outs. Runner on first. Essien is on first. And 66 Armas. That is a deep drive off the bat of Armas, left center field. Back goes Renicky and Bunbury to the track, to the wall. Look up. That's out of here. 2-run shot. 2-0 A's. A 2-run homer by Tony Armas on the 66 roll. Jeff Newman's up next. That's a 62. That's a blank. We go over to McGregor, and that is going to be a strikeout to retire the side. The A's pick up a couple of runs. They lead it 2-0. Al Bunbury against Mike Norris. That's a 34. That's a blank on Norris. That's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Newman steps on the bag ahead of Bunbury for out number 1. Here comes Rich Dower. 54, that's going to be wild. High pop to shortstop. So that's going to be just an out because we're going to ignore the rain. We're not going to do a rain delay here or anything like that. 2 outs and Kenny Singleton. That's a 64. That's a blank against Norris. Is going to be a ground ball. Hit to short. Piccolo up with it. Fires the first and in time to retire the side. So that was a 2-run home run by Armas in the top of the first. Home run by Armas. And it was a 6 All right, so the first is over. And we are going to move to top of the second inning. Mike Heath. Here's a pitch from McGregor, 36. 36 is a blank, and it's a fly ball right field. Kenny Singleton, one down. Dave McKay bats from the left side, switch hitter. That's a 34. 34 is a blank, and that is going to be line base hit right center field. So McKay strokes one, smacks one to right center, cut off by Bumbry. And here's Edwards, Mike Edwards with a 61. That's a blank. It's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3, 2 out. And Rob Peachlow. Peach. That's 66. Oh, and a 4. That's a drive down the line, and that's going to roll to the wall. Let's see if McKay can score on this. McKay is what kind of a runner? What kind of a speed does he have? McKay has slow. So we'll see what happens on that. First to home. Runner scores if W or A arm. Left fielder is Renicky, and Renicky has an A arm, so Dave McKay will score on the double. 2-out double. And that is the top of the second. So, Peachlow. Home run, armless, 2 RBIs. 3-0. Runner on second, 2 outs in the top of the second inning. So the A's, the Billy Ball A's, are getting to McGregor. This is a 13, and that is ball 4. Ricky Henderson walks. Here's Dwayne Murphy, lefty on lefty. 43 is a blank, and that is a ground ball to second base. He flips to the shortstop, covering to retire the side. Score is 3-0 A's. And I'm going to play this inning through. That one was 50. All right. Eddie Murray getting it off. 51. That's going to be a KD check out of 5. And, it goes up to 4. So he just missed it. So let's check and see. Second base error. Maybe an error on the second baseman, Edwards. And it's going to be Edwards is a 7. So he does boot the ball. So 1 base error on Evans, on Edwards, and this allows Eddie Murray to get on. All right, so we're one on and nobody out, and it's Pat Kelly. Pitch from Norris. That's a 65. It's a pitcher -3. It's going to be a 1. Roll a 9, so it's a fly ball to left field. Henderson's there. Makes the catch. Dan Graham with a 12, and that is a fly ball to center field. Murphy, 2 down. And Doug DeCinces. That's a 31. That is going to be a 31 is a blank, and 31. Oh, it's going to be an out on Norris. Ground ball to first. Great play by Newman. And that retires. That retires the side. He steps on the bag. Great play by Newman there on that. Now we go top of the third. 3-0 A's. Jim Essien with a 66. That's going to be a drive. 1 hop off the wall. Essien's going to try for second. Here's the throw. And he is safe. Leadoff double for Essien against Scott McGregor, who's struggling early on in this ball game. Tony Armas with a 53 and a 5. And against McGregor, no, it's not going to be a strikeout. But we're going to look at that 53 as a range play. The left fielder is Renicky, and Renicky should be able to get there. And he does. Great play. Great running catch by Gary Renicky. And it's that retires the side. We go to top of the third now. Oh, no, wait a second. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, Newman's up. My brain went blank. Okay, so here's Newman against McGregor. Here's the pitch. And this is a 43. 43 is a blank. 43 is a ground ball. Comebacker to the pitcher. Goes to first. The runner on second, runner holds. F to third. Let's see who's on at second. Ground ball 1 to 3. At second base, it's Essien. I don't know that Essien is fast, but he may be. He is fast, so he's going to make it to third base. All right. And it's Mike Heath now. Pitch from McGregor. That's going to be a 53. On a 15, that's going to be outside the range, most likely. Center fielder's range is Bunbury, and Bunbury's an 11, so that's going to drop in there for a base hit, RBI single. Makes it 4-0. So Mike Heath drives in a run. And that is 13. Heath. That is top of third. All right, and it's going to be Dave McKay with 2 outs, runner on first. That's a 23. A 23 is a swing and a miss for a strikeout, and that retires the side. McGregor again is struggling a little bit. We go to the bottom of the third. Slow-moving game. Kiko Garcia. Actually, it's Gary Renicky. That's a 35. 35 is a blank off Norris. That is a fly ball left field. Henderson in the gap, and he chases it down. 1 down. Here's Kiko Garcia. That's a 54. That's going to be a fly ball center field. Check on the error rating. This is going to be an error. And if it is, check the exotic error chart. So it is going to be an error to left field. Oh, to center field, because it's a 1. He's a 4. So we're going to look at the exotic error chart with nobody on to the outfield. We're going to roll an 11, and that is going to be a single plus an error, runner at second. So a single and an error allows him to go to second base. And here's Al Bunbury with 1 out. 4-0 A's. There's a pitch from Norris. So 42 is a blank, and that is going to be a fly ball to right field. And advancing on this is going to be Garcia. Goes to third. 2 out. Here's Rich Dow. That's a 52 and a 13. Not going to be an error, I don't think. On a second baseman, it's not going to be an error. It's a ground ball to Edwards. But we'll double check. Edwards doesn't play all that much. He's got oh wow, he's got a 7 error rating, but no, he makes the play. And that retires the side. And Edwards at the plate. He's a right-handed hitter. He's 0 for 1. He struck out. Here's the pitch from McGregor. It's a 64 is a blank. And that is a comebacker. McGregor feels it, throws him out. Rob Piccolo with a 32, and that is a blank, and a 32 is going to be a fly ball center field. On the run is Bunbury, and he tracks it down. Turns on the Jets, was able to run it down, 2 outs. Here's Ricky Henderson with a 35. Oh, what is this doing here? 35, Ricky Henderson. That is a blank, and a 35 is going to be a 1-2 single, and it won't be a single. It'll be a ground ball to second. Dower better hurry and throws over and just gets Henderson. Bottom of the 4th, Singleton leading it off against Mike Norris, pitching a shutout so far, a one-hitter. That's a 63. That's a blank, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Strikeout for Norris. Another K for Mike Norris. Oakland A's project. That's 24. 24 is a 1-2 hit by pitch. Otherwise, Eddie Murray, batting from the left side, grounds out to the first baseman Newman, and Newman makes the play. Jim Essien. That is a 16. 16 is going to be. Oh, Pat Kelly's up. 16 is going to be an out, and 16 is a strikeout to retire the side. All right, Dwayne Murphy, top of the 5th. Oh, that's doubles. Double sixes. That's going to be line base hit, right center field, cut off by Bunbury. And on at first is Murphy. Jim Essien is next. Here's the pitch to Essien. That's a 16. 16 is an out. It's going to be a ground ball to short. It's going to be a 6-4. Oh, no, and Essien beats it. It's a 6-4 fielder's choice. Speedy runner beats it. And here's Tony Armo's got a home run. He's got a 2-run shot. Here's a pitch from McGregor. 55. That's a drive. 17 is going to be one hop off the wall. Scoring is Essien. Around second is Armas. Here's the relay. The tag at third, and he is safe under the tag. So it's a triple. It's a triple for Armas with 1 out. Infield's going to come in. Let's write that, and that was at 1849. Top of the 5th. Triple by Armas. RBI. Infield in against Newman. Here's a pitch from McGregor, who's now allowed 5 runs. It's a 51 and a 12. Probably not be an error on this shortstop unless Garcia is really terrible, but I don't think he is. He's a shortstop with a 5 error, so he's going to make the play. We got to check and see. Oh, this is a tough one. Because the infield is in. And where do I go from there? But it's an error, potential error on a shortstop. Okay, so with the infield in. Okay. Runner on third. Hits a short third base or shortstop. Runner advances. In some cases, if the infield is playing in, but in that case, it just says runner advances. So the runner is going to advance, and that's going to be, I guess, an RBI ground out. 6-3. And the score now is 6-0. So that was Newman. Hello, Newman. All right, ground ball RBI. And that was at 20-50, basically. All right. Nobody on. 2 out. And here's Mike Heath. Pitch from McGregor. Oh, that was almost 36 is a blank. 36 is a hard hit grounder to the shortstop. Garcia scoops it, throws the first in time to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Let's check and see how many McGregor has gone so far. How many he's faced. He's faced 18. He's on his way to 27. He can do 32. So we'll see what happens. Dan Graham against Mike Norris. That's a 65. It's off the pitcher. And an A is going to be 1-4. That's an 11. So that's not going to be a home run. It's a deep drive to left field. Ricky Henderson makes the catch. So Graham goes the opposite way, drives it deep to the warning track, but Henderson's there to run it down. Doug DeCinces. That's a 22. 22 is going to be ball 4. Gary Renicky. And that is a 46. 46 is ballpark of 14. He's a righty, and that is going to be a pop-up to the right side. Newman is there, hauls it in for out number 2. And here is Kiko Garcia. Well, the 52, a 16 is not going to be an error. And that's going to be a ground ball. Fielder's choice to retire the side, 4-6. And we go to top of 7th. Dave McKay, who's 1 for 2, leads us off. The top of the 6th. And it's a 42. 42 is a blank against McGregor. It's going to be a line out to the shortstop. Mike Edwards is next. That's a 52 and a 12. Error shortstop, and we said the Eric Garcia was a 5. So that's a ball that Garcia plays, handles, and throws out Edwards. 2 down. And it's Piccolo. Piccolo with a 55. It's going to be line base hit. Piccolo, second hit of the game. He doubled earlier in the game. He's on at first with 2 outs, and here comes Ricky Henderson. Henderson's 0 for 2. He's walked and grounded out twice. Here's the pitch from McGregor. That's going to be a 51 again. A 19 won't be an error. So again, a grounded shortstop. Garcia flips to Dower to retire the side. All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Al Bumbry from Mike Norris with a 55. That's going to be a line drive base hit to right field, played on the hop by Armas. So Bumbry's on with a base knock, the second hit of the game for the Orioles. That's a 54. That's going to be a wild with a runner on base. Wild pitch. If 16 falls within the range, and it does. So it's a wild pitch. Over to second goes Bumbry. Here's a pitch to Dower. Dower with a 15. That is going to be an out. He's a righty. That's a fly out to left field. Under it is Henderson, hauls it in for out number 1. Next is Kenny Singleton, pitch from Mike Norris at 35. 35 is a blank, and 35 is batting from the left side. It's a ground ball to second. That's going to allow Bumbry to move over. Two out, runner on third base. And here's Eddie Murray. He's a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Norris. Here's the pitch from Norris. That's a 63. 63 is going to be a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. Norris is dominant today, pitching a 2-hitter so far. Here's Dwayne Murphy with oh, look at that. He's got 27. No, he's still good. All right. McGregor's still okay. 7th inning against Murphy. Here's a pitch, and that is a 31, and that is a base hit, center field. Murphy's on with a single. Here's Essien. It's 10 hits allowed Snake Eyes, and that is going to be a fly ball deep center field. And Bumbry's right there to make the catch. Tony Armas. And that is a 52. A 19 is not going to be an error on that. Third base, DeCinces is a third. And I don't think that DeCinces, no, he's a 7 error. So a 19 is going to be a 5-4-3 double play to retire the side. Hit hard at DeCinces, goes to second for 1, back to first in time. And we go to bottom of the 7th. Pat Kelly leading it off. That's a 65. Deep drive, -3. That's going to be a 1, and then we rolled a 10, so that's a deep fly ball to left field. And Henderson tracks it down. 1 down. Dan Graham's next. Dan Graham with a 21, and that's a swing and a miss. And here's Doug DeCinces with a 44. That's line base hit. DeCinces is not going to steal on this. They are 6-0. Here's Gary Renicky, pitch from Norris, 24. And that is a 1-2. It's a 1-12 hit by pitch, but it's a 20. So it's a pop-up to the second baseman. Edwards, he's there, hauls it in. Go to top of the 8th. Jeff Newman leading it off against McGregor, who is, let's see. How's McGregor doing? Okay, McGregor should be 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So you can go a couple more. Let's see what happens here with Newman. So 50 something, 55. That is a line drive base hit. And you know what? That's going to be enough for. Got to bring in Sammy Stewart. We also have, what else do we have here? I have. So let me look at the chart. The chart tells us who are the guys who really pitched the most. Usage chart in the bullpen. It was Stoddard and then Martinez. I'll bring in Martinez instead of Smith, because Smith, I don't know if he may start a game in this set. I'm not sure. I didn't really look. I don't really care to look. Tippy Martinez is going to come in. All right, so let's write him in. Tippy Martinez. Against Mike Heath with a runner on first, nobody out. That's a 54. That's going to be with a runner on first. His men on base, wild pitch of 16 falls into his, and it does. It's a wild pitch. And there goes Jeff Newman to second. Pitch to Heath again. That's a 62 and a 60. Oh, we never checked. We'll use that 16. He's a C. A 62 is a strikeout. So Martinez is a C. Let's write that down. And here's Dave McKay with 1 out. Runner on second. Pitch from Martinez. That's a 45. 45 is a blank, and a 45 will be 1 and 2 base on balls, but it won't be. It's going to be a fly out center field. Advancing, tagging is Newman. Throw to third, and not in time. So Newman makes it to third base with 2 outs. And here's Edwards. And that is a 15. 15 is going to be a ground ball second base. Dower throws him out, and that retires the side. We go to bottom of the 8th. Kiko Garcia is leading it off against Mike Norris, who's pitching a heck of a ball game. That's a 26, and that is a single versus a lefty, but versus a righty is a fly ball center field. On the run is Murphy, and he tracks it down. Here's Al Bumbry. That's I'd say 13. 13 is a potential base on balls, but it won't be. It's going to be a little nubber in front of the plate. Pouncing on it is Essien. Essien fires to first and in time. 2-3. And here's Dower with 2 outs. Nobody on. Bottom of the 8th. That's a 66. And that 19 is not going to do it. It's a deep fly ball to center field. And that retires the side. Rob Piccolo against Tippy Martinez. That's a 56. And that is a strikeout. Start off the inning. So Piccolo strikes out. Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson is 0 for 3 today. It's a 32. 32 is a blank, and that is a potential double, and that is pulled down the line at the left field corner. Renicky cuts it off quickly. Here's a throw to second. Henderson's trying for 2, the slide, and he is safe at second base on a hustle double by Ricky Henderson, who can fly. Dwayne Murphy. Here's a pitch from Martinez. It's a 15. That is a blank. And again, lefty is going to be a ground ball to Murray. Murray flips to Martinez covering. That's going to allow Henderson to get to third base. And it's Jim Essien with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. That's a 52 and a 10. 52 is going to be an error check on the shortstop. And the shortstop, Garcia, is a 5 error, so he's going to make the play to retire the side. 6-3. All right, bottom of the 9th, Norris with a 3-hitter is 3 outs away from a complete game shutout. And that's a 21. That's a swing and a miss. Singleton down on strikes. Fastball gets Singleton. Here's Eddie Murray, 55. That is a double. In the gap, one hop off the wall, and Murray easily with a stand-up double. 1 out double here. And here's Pat Kelly. Pat Kelly with a 34. 34 is a blank, and a 34 will be a fly ball to right. Tagging up is Murray. Makes it to third. And here's Dan Graham. So the Orioles are down to their final out. Here goes, and that is a 54. Oh, that's trouble. 54 is going to say, with men on base, wild pitcher pass ball. If an 11 is within the range, and it's a wild pitch, and there comes the first run of the game. There goes the shutout, and it's going to be an earned run. That is too bad. Wow, a 54 got him. Second wild pitch of the game for Norris. And Dan Graham is still at the plate. Nobody's on base this time. That's 23, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Ball game over. Strikeout. And that is all right down the end of that. That was 34-32. Most of the inning happened in the first part of the ball game. It was the first inning with a 2-run homer by Tony Armas, followed by a top of the second pitch with a double RBI double. Top of the third, it was Heath with an RBI single, and top of the fifth was a triple by Armas that drove in a run. Newman followed up with a ground ball RBI. And that was the run until the final inning, which was basically 34-04, where Baltimore, on a wild pitch, run scores. Final score is 6-1. It's going to be the A's with 6 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors, 6 left on base. The O's with 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 5 left on base. The victory goes to Norris. The loss is going to go to Scott McGregor. And that's about it for we continue to play through our project with the Oakland A's of 1980. This is CP Cards and Dice. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to edit the video and let's see what it looks like once it goes live. Take care.